dishwasher, my ceiling fans, or my neighbors. Hopefully nothing too loud. I have this amazing digital circus washi tape. I figured I don't do borders on my painting very much. I thought that would be fun for us today. Here we have Gangle and Kinger and Zooble and Jax and Pomni and Ragatha, Kane and Bubble are not on the tape. I don't know if that sound is too quiet for you to hear. Probably is. Maybe you heard it that time, I'm not sure. We are not painting anything specific today. I'm going to try to get into a meditative state and just put down the paint that feels right. Perhaps the washi tape would have made a noise if I had long, pretty nails. Unclear. There are some sounds in ASMR that I know are very popular. There are some sounds that I like. There are other sounds that I don't. I heard recently that people are a big fan of background noise, such as conversations in another room. I had never heard that before, so I don't know how popular it actually is. Personally, I like when people really enunciate their words, and I like tapping, and I really, really like the makeup brush noises. I don't know if you can hear my brush. I hope that you can. Another sound that I think is quite fun is the sound of a spray bottle. I just wet the metallic colors, not the other colors in the palette. The metallics probably show up best on black paper, is, or even if I have black paper. So I also almost never wet my page, but I thought it appropriate in this scenario so that the colors could really just do their own thing. I don't think this little brush is loud enough. This is creating a little more noise. I hope you can all hear it. What color should we use? I'm feeling very drawn to this powerful blue color. By the end of this, the paper could just be a terrible brown color because all of the colors mix together so badly. Who knows? I have known these paints to be quite bright and potent. However, when I have used them, typically it is over the top of my other paints, especially black. Also, I've barely used them, and when I have, I've only used about one at a time, except for when I first sampled the colors. So this is my first time seeing how, I don't want to say bland, but I'll say light and weak they are, because I'm really patting into this palette and I am not getting a lot of pigment out. Something I want to work on with my ASMR is the balance between speech and no speech. Because if you ask me, it's not necessarily good in every circumstance to have one or the other. I find that people like a mix. However, when I stop talking, I feel a bit awkward, or as if people will think I have abandoned them. But when I talk, I also feel like I'm interrupting the noises. However, in this circumstance, I don't even know how successful the noises are at actually being loud. Typically, when I paint, I have some sort of idea, or at least I know I'm going to be painting a thing. However, in this case, I'm just trying to let my hand do whatever it feels like doing, and just enjoy the process of physically painting with my hands. yourself, or maybe just a person with very strong opinions, please let me know what you think, because I want only to improve, and I know improvement details failure and experimentation and all kinds of things, and I am no stranger to those things, nor am I afraid of them. I am completely open to failure and weirdness and flopping and having my ASMR not be satisfactory. But of course, constructive criticism never hurts. Also, if you are a watercolor painter, let me know how you get your page to not bubble up like this. Because every single painting I ever do ends up like this. So I'm curious how you combat it. Something I saw on TikTok was someone saying that they take their paintings, and once they're completely dry, they will spray them, praying that it doesn't cause any change in the paint by spraying the back of the painting just lightly with water, and then they will press the painting between two books or some other. Oh my goodness, do you hear the train? Yes, I do live right by a train station. Yes, I have listened to the train go by for 3 years now. No, it does not bother me. I quite like it. I grew up by a train in my childhood home. Well, one of them. So, I actually do like it. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. The train really caught me off guard. I have no idea what I was saying. Oh, yes, they will press their paintings between two hard surfaces for a while, and as it dries out, it will flatten it. However, that does not help while you're doing it at the time. So if you know anything that helps while you're doing it at the time, let me know. And if the answer is that my watercolor paint is shitty, let me know what brand you use. This watercolor paper is from Amazon. I bought it before I was like, oh wait, we need to protest Amazon. Oh no. It's gotten to the point where as I put on more paint, nothing happens. So I sort of need to let it dry before I do anything else. But this video is getting to the length that I am completely satisfied with. So I'm actually just going to show you what it looks like when it's dry, and then this video will be over. I hope you heard my brush noises. I kind of think that you did not, especially in the cup. I thought it was going to make nice noises, and I honestly didn't hear anything. I thought it would make cool noises against the palette, and it really didn't. thought it would just make noises just by me pulling out the brush, but it didn't really do so. Maybe I need a special microphone. I don't know. I will come back when the painting is dry and we will peel the tape. And that will be that. The painting is essentially dry now, so hopefully this makes some nice crispy sounds. Oh wow, look at that pretty clean edge. If I was doing this painting to ensure that it was very pretty, I would do it, another coat over, make sure all the colors are quite potent and the lines are pretty and crisp, or however I may want them, but this was just for fun. I was sort of just letting my hand do what it wanted to do. Also, I don't believe in wasting washi tape on one thing, so reduce, reuse, recycle. Anyway, I had so much fun with this. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that these noises came out much better